I've been trying to grow a YouTube channel for a while now, and to be honest, it's been a lot of trial and error. I spent hours making videos, and then only to realize that nobody's really watching these videos, and I'm just wasting my time. And trust me, if you've been there, you know, it gets frustrating really fast. But throughout all of this messing around, what I did learn is what actually works and what is just a total time waster. And honestly, when it comes to YouTube, I tend to get in my head and I overcomplicate things and make things seem a whole lot bigger than they actually are. And the good news is, YouTube is not that complicated. And if I were starting fresh this year with my YouTube channel, I would do it completely differently. In fact, this is a new YouTube channel and I'm starting fresh. So let me share with you what I'm doing with this channel so you can do it for yourself as well. And the first thing that I do is something that a lot of people are just going to skip over, which is just quite simply making sure that YouTube is for you. Which I know sounds obvious, right? You want to start a YouTube channel, start a YouTube channel. But the truth is, YouTube takes a whole nother skill than other social media platforms do, such as Instagram or TikTok. TikTok, you're filming just quick little snippets, minimal editing is needed, and a lot of the time you can just go viral from a silly video that was never scripted, never planned. Now that being said, I'm not minimizing what TikTokers do, but in order to test if YouTube is the right fit for you, you need to sit down and you need to create a video start to finish. Nothing fancy, none of it has to be perfect, no stress, no pressure. Just pick a topic that you care about. It could be any topic. Let's say I make a whole video talking about Pink Floyd. I film it, I edit it, I make a thumbnail, I go through the whole entire process. I write a description, I come up with a title, and I wouldn't even need to upload this video. Because guess what? We learned a lot already. The point is to see if we actually like the process of creating YouTube videos. But then you also need to ask yourself a very important question when you go throughout this process. Think to yourself, is this a process that I want to be repeating and something that I want to be doing consistently? Because sure, doing something once is a whole nother story than committing to it long term. And while you're testing this little theory, quote unquote theory out, I'd also pay attention to the practical stuff, such as how long did that video take me to create? Could I realistically do that once a week or twice a week or maybe even 3 times a week? And what is my goal here? Do I want YouTube to be a creative outlet for me, or do I want it to be my new business? Which both are totally possible. So once you know how your channel is going to fit into your life and your goals, then it is time to get super duper clear on the direction of your channel. And that is where a lot of people get tied up because they think they need to be making content for everybody. But here's the twist here. Here's the twist. YouTube's algorithm does not reward people that try to appeal to everybody. In fact, it rewards content that is made for a specific audience. So when it comes to picking a channel direction, there are 2 strategies here, which this is for. 2. The first one's the classic. It's just pick your niche. It could be something like health, wealth, fitness, psychology, etc., etc. The list goes on and on. But within this niche, you would pick a few different pillars to create content within. For example, let's say I picked the fitness niche, and I wanted my pillars to be healthy foods, gym routines, and quick and easy fitness hacks. But here's the part that most people miss, and something that's really important. You do not have to focus on just a topic, because you need to be focusing on the audience as well. YouTube actually says, in fact, that their algorithm cares more about viewers than the actual videos themselves. That means you can technically post different types of content as long as it's for the same audience. For example, let's say I pick my fellow college students as my audience. I could do videos on study tips or dorm ideas or budget-friendly meals. Sure, the topics are different, but they all serve a purpose to the same type of person that is having the same experiences as me. And when I title a video, instead of titling it something like study tips, I make it more specific to my audience and I say study tips for college students, because that both tells the algorithm and the viewer who this video is exactly for. And then this will give you way more freedom when it comes to creating content. That way you're not stressing and you're still able to stay consistent with your channel. The next thing that I'd want to do is focus on making searchable content. And this is honestly the easiest way to get traction, especially when you're new. Everybody wants their videos to be recommended on people's homepages, but this usually happens once you already have a few views. But on the other hand, search helps you get found right away. It's super simple too, because you just type your topic into YouTube and you see what pops up and boom, video ideas right off the bat. Let's say I look up college student hacks. Then I see college student meals popping up, and easy college student meals and healthy college student meals. Well, there you go. There's your first video idea. And on top of everything, they basically write your titles for you. And if you're starting out with a small channel and you don't want to go for the super competitive video ideas, stick with smaller search terms. The next big step for your channel is going to be nailing that video packaging, which is basically going to be your title and your thumbnail. And that's what decides if people want to click on your video or if they want to keep scrolling or they want to keep searching. You could be making the best video ever, but if the packaging isn't hitting, and chances are people are not going to click on your video and they're not going to see your amazing video that you put so much work into. So before I even film a video, I make sure to study packaging. I like to look at what is already working within my niche. What titles are people using? How are they posing in the thumbnails? And make sure to pay attention to how recent these videos are. You don't want to be modeling your videos off of content that was thriving 10 years ago. I'd also pay attention to videos that have done way better for a creator than usual. Like if somebody with 50,000 subscribers suddenly has a video that got 100,000 views rather than their usual 1,000 views, and that aspect ratio is not correct, but clearly that title and that thumbnail that got that 100,000 views, it hit the spot. And that is the kind of thing that I would take inspiration from. You're not copying, you're just learning, you're using it for research to see what makes people click. Then for my own videos, I would test a few thumbnails. And YouTube, hey, guess what? YouTube is on our side because it actually lets us do A/B testing for thumbnails now, which is super helpful. That just means you don't have to guess. And then you just see which thumbnail more people are clicking on. Finally, once you've got the basics down, such as searchable content and good packaging, we need to go viral. And by viral, quote unquote viral, I don't mean by searching just random trends. I mean by studying what is already working for other creators within my field. Honestly, before you even start your YouTube channel, whatever niche you pick, make sure you do a little bit of research within it. And I know for me, research it sounds boring, but it is going to be very helpful for you in order to set up your channel. What topics or formats or hooks seem to get people to be engaged within these videos and clicking on them? I'd also peek at all-time popular videos, meaning what topics are evergreen, because there are some topics that have been posted maybe 2 years ago that are still relevant and could do well today. And here's the truth here. YouTube success oftentimes does not come from just one lucky viral video, because it's all about showing up consistently for a specific audience, getting better at packaging, storytelling, being authentic. That is something that we need more of, and just overall knowing exactly what your viewers are wanting to see. That is where YouTube success comes from. And sometimes the people winning on YouTube aren't always going to be the most creative or the most talented, but they are going to be the people that are sticking with the platform, they are understanding the algorithm, and they adjust based on what is actually working. So some people could say the best time to start on YouTube could have been a few years ago, but the second best time to start is today. And if you're a smaller creator out there, I've got your back. You've always got somebody rooting for you, and I'd love to engage with your guys' content. So let me know how your new channels are going, and we've got this together. Bye.